Right then, I'm going to try and keep the July updates short and sweet, as although lots have changed, I think 10 minutes is far too long. So, kicking off the greenhouse, bit of a mess in here at the moment. Them drops doing pretty well now. Hopefully see some buds in the next week or so. I've pulled in one of the Maruca scorpions from the polytunnel that wasn't doing very well. I got a couple of cuttings for tomatoes there. Coming out to the main lottie, rhubarb's doing all right. Plum's taken off, it's doing all right now. The nectarines had some fresh growth. It doesn't look as bad as before, so I'm hoping that's going to recover. Bird ate some blueberries, and the bird is more than likely going to eat my pink blueberries, which are starting to pink because I haven't bothered to put a fruit nut over. But hopefully, by the time I do an August update, I will have got my fat arse around to covering those off. Pear. My loganberry, I've put up some posts and some cable to run a makeshift trellis, so I'm going to be training up against these for the time being. This is doing really well now, so I've moved in. I think the last month I had these all calendula, which are basically marigolds that were in the greenhouse, some lettuce, some asparagus that I planted out, and some beetroot, some onions. I don't know how well the onions are going to do in this crazy heat, but there we go. This bed here, poor cabbage. Chards, which I haven't eaten any of, is doing all right. Beetroots, a lot of those have come out now. This bed has gone crazy. I've had lots of peas off here, they were delicious. Started to pull some of the carrots, some of them are wonky because they don't transfer very well, and what I did was sow them in trays and then transfer them out, and you get better germination rate, but more likely could be that they'll fork or they'll go wonky. I've had quite a few courgettes off of here. This bed now is mainly lettuce and mixed leaves, as it was pretty much empty, so I need to put something in here. And now I'm pretty much picking every day for my lunch for work, which is really nice. Butternut squash are taken off finally, so starting to see some runners come here and here. I think I've just seen a little flower there. Yeah, so we've got a little tiny bibber butternut squash there. I'll be pruning off the runners that come off the bed. Sweet corn, some of them have died, some of them have got cobs on, so I hope they go all right. Over here, we've got some uchiri, some spaghetti squash, and I think a butternut squash. They're all starting to run now, which is good. Over there, I've got a little sweet potato that my friend Tom Dixon gave me. Over here, some more squashes. All of the potatoes are coming out now of these three beds. A bit of a disaster on a couple of them because ants have got in and completely destroyed the roots and the seed potatoes of some of them. So some potato plants I got maybe 2 potatoes off of. This bed over here though, I've still got some potato plants in. The ants didn't get in here, and these are Sarpo Miras, and these are lovely potatoes, little pink potatoes, absolutely lovely. They very delicate pink colour, and really nice texture and flavour off of those. Coming into the polytunnel, oh, it's gone crazy in here, absolutely crazy. So we've got tomatoes and starting to ripen and be sweet, and good, my sweet peppers start to flower. Hopefully she'll get some buds on that Trinidad scorpion soon. Lots of cucumbers, more cucumbers than I know what to do with in here. Absolutely fantastic growth of cucumbers, but I know for next year I'll probably only grow 1, maybe 2 plants because I can't keep up with all of them. Anyway, taking a step back and slowing down. This I don't know what's up with this tomato plant, but it's been like this all year. It's still growing fruit, so it's not the end of the world, but it's a bit weird. Over here we've got another tomato plant, which is I think this is a Tigerella, the stripy one. Yeah, so these are lovely tomatoes. This is a lemon cucumber, which hopefully will fruit soon. It's growing at a rate of knots, so I think we'll get something off that. My Inca berry's doing really well, so we've got some Inca berries growing on there, courtesy of James Wong. Back there we've got paper lantern habanero, I think. Over there some buchalokas and other tomatoes. So long story short, tomatoes are all doing very well. My melon plants have taken over. It's a bit of a jungle in here, and I have been pruning as hard as I can, but they're still overgrowing. But unfortunately, I only had one melon plant pollinate, and I think the problem is I've just got too much stuff in here. So a lesson for next year is just to plant less, because there's too much stuff, there isn't enough airflow, and there aren't enough pollinators getting in. So it's a bit of a problem, and it's pointless growing all of this if you're not going to have any fruit off the back of it. So that's a lesson for next year. Second lesson is the cucamelons are a waste of time in the polytunnel. And the reason they're a waste of time in the polytunnel is, yeah, I've got this great growth now, but they take over like a weed over on this side. This one went absolutely insane, and I've hacked it right back, but nothing's pollinated. So all you end up with is effectively is a bindweed. So I don't think I'm going to do cucamelon again next year. It's just a waste of time. Another lesson I'm going to take away from this year is to properly string up my tomato plants, because this was a piss poor job, and what's happened is this thing's had no support. Fortunately in here this is completely controlled moisture level, so the ground isn't wet. This has got support from the marigold, so nothing's rotting, so that's good. But this is, you know, this is poor considering how good it looked in here last month. It's poor show. On the upside, you know, got lots of stuff ripening now. I'm hopeful that I'm going to start seeing some buds on, I think that's a scorpion. That's another Trinidad scorpion. That's starting to flower. And there is a Buctolochia behind there somewhere that hopefully is going to flower. I have some jalapenos growing here, which is good. That's one that I'm just very happy with. And this one's starting to flower now, which is another jalapeno. So on the whole, yeah, not too bad in here. But next year, tomatoes at the back, chilies at the front. I need to sort my chilies out because they're not supposed to be 30-40 centimeters. They really should be up to here. So next year I have to be better with growing my chilies. Fewer plants for sure. There's too much going on, and I've absolutely been on top of pruning stuff in here. But I'm coming up every day, and I'm taking fruit and vegetables off of here to either eat at home or to eat for my lunch at work. I know the provenance of it, so I can't complain. Everything's very tasty. These cucumbers are lovely. Really, really happy. I'm probably going to have to give some of these away. And this was so heavy, it actually snapped this nylon string. So again, next year, double string the cucumbers because they're just too heavy. So I think that's going to be about it for today, for this month. On the whole, yeah, quite happy. It doesn't look as pretty as it did, but you know, stuff is growing. I'm still coming up every day and taking care of it. So hopefully, you know, as we go into harvest season now, this will just continue to produce for me, and I can start thinking about what to sow and what to plant in the next month or so, so that I can have stuff going on over autumn and maybe into winter. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. If you made it all the way through, if not, sorry, I bored you. I'll probably do another one of these next month because I do quite enjoy being on the waffle. Anyway, take care. Toodles.